Years passed since Dami's heroic act of protecting the Crystal of Tides and defeating the cunning magic man called Babalawo, ensuring the safety of the Osun River. The village of Ife prospered, and Dami continued to fulfill his duties as the river's guardian, revered by all who knew his story. One breezy evening, Dami was walking by the Osun River. Suddenly, he saw something shiny. It was a strange object that sparkled in the fading light. Dami felt curious and a bit nervous. He slowly approached the object, not sure what to expect. As he got closer, Dami's heart raced with excitement. The object was a beautiful fancy box, with colors that seemed to change in the light. It felt smooth in his hands, and he could sense a faint energy coming from it. Dami wondered what could be inside the beautiful fancy box was. Maybe it was something old from a faraway place, or maybe it had a special meaning to the river. Carefully holding the beautiful fancy box, Dami felt a connection to it and to the river. He knew there was more to discover about it. With the fancy box safely in his hands, Dami headed back to Ife, eager to learn more about this mysterious box and what it might mean for his role as the river's guardian. Dami couldn't believe his eyes when he opened the beautiful fancy box. Inside, there were lots of beautiful gold and special items. But right in the middle, there was something different, a gold necklace that was shining in a really cool way. He stared at the gold necklace, amazed by its beauty. It seemed to glow with its own light, like something from a magical story. Dami wondered where it came from and what it meant. Was it a gift from the river? Or did someone leave it there for him to find? As Dami held the gold necklace, a powerful energy surged through him. Suddenly, he was surrounded by a blinding light. When it faded, he found himself standing in front of a figure dressed in white with red eyes. "Who are you?" Dami asked, feeling both scared and excited. "I am the guardian of the underwater," the figure replied, its voice echoing strangely. "And you, Dami, have been chosen as my champion." Dami was shocked. He had never heard of the guardian of the underwater before. Who or what was this mysterious being, and why had it chosen him? Questions buzzed in his mind as he waited for an explanation. Yet, deep down, he sensed a profound connection to this enigmatic entity. The guardian of the underwater, a mystical being who lived beneath the waves, shared some troubling news with Dami. He explained that deep in the Osun River, there lurked a very old and extremely dangerous monster. This creature had been asleep for centuries, but now it was starting to wake up. The guardian warned Dami that the monster had sinister plans to spread chaos and turn people into monsters like itself. It wanted to rule over them as their king, spreading fear and destruction throughout the world. Dami was shocked to hear this alarming revelation. He knew that as the river's protector, it was his duty to keep it safe from harm. The guardian of the underwater told Dami that he had been chosen to stop this evil from causing any more damage. Determined to fulfill his responsibility, Dami listened closely as the guardian of the underwater explained the urgency of the situation. They discussed strategies to confront the monster and put an end to its wicked plans. The guardian shared insights into the monster's weaknesses and advised Dami on how to harness the gold necklace and the river's natural powers to aid in the battle ahead. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Dami embarked on a quest to gather allies and prepare for the impending confrontation. He sought out the help of brave villagers and wise creatures of the river, rallying them to join him in the fight against the monstrous threat looming beneath the river's surface. As a team, they went deep into the Osun River, dealing with tricky water currents and big challenges on their journey. The closer they got to their destination, the more they felt the strong and bad feeling of the ancient evil getting stronger. They knew they had to keep going and stay strong to defeat it. Finally, they arrived at the chamber where the monster was resting. It was surrounded by dark shadows that seemed ready to swallow everything. With the help of the golden necklace, Dami gathered all his bravery and faced the darkness directly. In a big and final battle under the river's surface, Dami and his friends fought hard against the old monster. Dami used his special trident and the new powers from the golden necklace to fight. He also drew strength from the Osun River. Despite the monster's formidable strength and cunning, Dami and his allies emerged victorious. With a final blow, they destroyed the monster, ensuring that it could never threaten the river or the world above ever again. But their victory was not without its sacrifices. Along their perilous journey, they had faced numerous challenges and dangers, losing some of their companions to the monster forces lurking within the river's depths. Their memories were honored with a solemn ceremony, their sacrifices forever etched into the fabric of Ife's history. After the big fight, Dami felt different. He realized that being the river's guardian was a really important job. The guardian of the underwater and the tough battle against the old monster had changed him. He now knew how serious his duty was and how much responsibility he had. He knew he had to be even more vigilant and dedicated to keeping the river safe. Dami felt a deep sense of responsibility towards the people who depended on the river for their livelihoods and the creatures that called it home. He vowed to do everything in his power to ensure their safety and well-being. With a renewed sense of purpose, Dami continued his duties as the river's guardian, patrolling its banks and watching over its waters with unwavering dedication. He knew that the challenges he faced were not over, but he was determined to face them head-on, guided by the lessons he had learned and the strength he had gained from his experiences. As the years passed, Dami's legend grew, his name spoken in hushed tones by those who revered him as a true hero. Tales of his bravery and selflessness spread far and wide, inspiring future generations to embrace the values of courage, compassion, and environmental stewardship. But amidst the accolades and adulation, Dami remained humble, ever mindful of the fragile balance between man and nature. He continued to walk the banks of the Osun River, his presence a reassuring presence for the villagers of Ife and a symbol of hope for the world beyond.